Opening the season this year against City High was a tremendous challenge for us because of all the experience they had back from their semifinal team the year before, where they lost to Bettendorf in the semifinal round. But I thought our kids performed very well considering the lack of experience that we started the year with in certain positions. Anytime you go into a ball game where a team has such a powerful football player as Tim Dwight, it becomes a tremendous challenge for you because they do so many things with him, and he's definitely a big play threat. And one thing that we try to do is not give up the big play in this ball game, but we were unable to do that. They scored many times in many big play situations, but I thought as the game went on, our kids performed very well. I thought our defense really started to play some football by the end of the football game, and I think each game as we went through our season, our defense got better and better. I think they played more as a unit and really came up with some big plays as the season went on in every game that we played in. Got the experience of the City High game out of the way, and it was a 42-20 loss for us, but yet I think a lot of good things came out of that ball game. We had to go down to Iowa City and play West High, and West High is playing a lot better football. They're no longer the doormat of the league. Coach Morgan has done a tremendous job down there. Travis Johnson had a whale of a ball game this night. He was one of our tailbacks that we used throughout the season, and Donnie Carr was hurt a little bit, and Travis came in and rushed for 190 yards. And and did a great job for us offensively. Defensively, we struggled a little bit, but I think the halftime adjustments we made really made a big difference in the outcome of this game. Eric Roshkov proved to be the difference in this game. Erickson did a great job of kicking for us all year, and he's just a great young man, and he had a nice field goal for us to give us a 17-14 win, and he really kicked the ball very well for us all year. I think our offensive line also is something that came into its own during this ball game against West. Even though we struggled a little bit, but in this ball game, we really came off the ball up front. I think our offensive line started to play ball like we knew they were capable of playing, and played that way the rest of the year. And I think our defense proved to come up with a big play when it needed to, and also create some team unity.
Get up there.
Lindmar came in the third ball game to Kingston Stadium, and after a win down at Iowa City, coming back home was a great feeling for us, but we opened this game in very poor fashion. We had a great kickoff return, but after that, we fumbled the first snap of the ball game and gave them possession on the 40-yard line, and they ended up scoring, and that was a problem for us all night in this ball game. We gave them the ball on the 40-yard line, the 37 and the 27, and you can't do that against ball clubs in our league and expect to win the contest. Even though we had some things that really looked good for us and we really did a great job with, we just spotted them 14 points, and it was very difficult to come back from that. Again, our offense got us into trouble at times, and I think our defense played very well. But our offense showed some signs of greatness with some great plays by some of our skilled people. And again, our offensive line, I think, did a good job. And you look at our offensive line with Robbie Jones and Jimmy Thornton at tackle, and Mike Pichetti and Rod Height at guard, and Sean Becker at center. And I feel we had two tight ends that really came on and did an excellent job for us, and Jason DeGroot and Shane Gladwin. Defensive front seven really started to play some football as the year went on also, and I think our defense just became such a very good defensive unit. I think Coach Bandy, Coach Ernst, Coach Hoyer, Coach Weimer did an excellent job of preparing our kids all year long. Now being 1-2 on the season, we're kind of getting to the point where we're kind of getting our backs to the wall a little bit in consideration for playoffs. You know, really, we'd like to be 7-2 at least each year, because you're guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. 6-3 doesn't guarantee you that spot. So now I think our kids realize that, and they really start to step up their play. And we came out ready to play some football against East Waterloo. This was a game that was kind of seesaw back and forth in the first half. We had opportunities to score and didn't, and ended up with only 3 points in the first half, and went in at 3-0 at halftime, but then came out in the second half after a few adjustments and really controlled the ball game in the second half, and ended up with a big victory for us, 30-0. First shutout this year for our defense, and continued at this point in time to score some other shutouts and play some excellent football. This was a big game for one of our seniors. Backup kicker Eric Speth did an excellent job in this ball game. Eric Roshkov was gone out of town this weekend on a family commitment, and Eric came in and just did an excellent job of kicking. And can't say enough about Coach Tafoya and Coach Lindell and all the work that they put in with their kickers. That proved to be very helpful for us and a big tool for us as the year went on. One thing that really came to the forefront in this game against East was our aggressiveness. I think this was one of the most aggressive games that we had played all year against an East Waterloo team that started out the year 3-0 and had beaten some teams by playing very good football. So this was a big game for us in that respect. The other part of this ball game that was a big game for us was Jimmy Bassett coming into the game, because Jimmy Bassett, who's a junior tailback, came in at the second half and just did an outstanding job of running the football. And I think that had a big impact upon our offensive line, and that made our passing game that much better. Our defensive front really started to play some football in this ball game. Our front seven, Matt Purrington at nose guard, J.C. Fiala, Chad Weber, who interchanged at nose guard, and then also our tackles, and Jimmy Thornton and Ryan Poinier, and House really started to play some football at that one tackle. Our ends, Sean Becker, Jason DeGroot, Mike Piketty, did an excellent job. And of course, our linebackers, which I feel this year we had two of the finest linebackers in the state of Iowa, and Shane Gladwin and Derek Roberts. We had a host of excellent skilled people this year, and Donnie Carr and Jimmy Bassett, Travis Johnson at tailback, Nick Morio and Derek Roberts at fullback, and then Hassan Igram and Greg Schwartzendruber kind of at our wingback position did a real nice job. It's always very difficult to travel to Dubuque-Wahlert and play. And now we have to travel to Dubuque-Wahlert and play in a rainstorm, which was a definite challenge for our kids. But as we went into this ball game, our kids did an excellent job. They were ready to play. As we went on the field, we knew we owned that field, and no elements were going to make a difference in the outcome of this game. This is one of the finest halves of football any Kennedy team has ever played anywhere, especially at Dubuque. Our defense limited Dubuque-Wahlert to 1 first down in the first half and about 20 yards in rushing. Jimmy Thornton came up with some big plays right before half, and Jimmy Bassett did a great job of running the ball this night. He ended up setting a school record, 36 carries in a ball game, and did an excellent job. And again, our offensive line played a key role in our success on this night in Dubuque. This also was a night where our secondary really started to play some football, I think, as well. Shane Brecky at free safety, Hassan Igram at a corner, Greg Schwartzendruber at a corner, and Jason Humphrey at strong safety. Those kids really started to come on and play some football and really hit some people and come up hard on the rush, and also able to defend the pass. And I can't say enough about Dave Ernst and his work with our secondary throughout the years. He's done an excellent job. Opportunity to travel to Cedar Falls and play Cedar Falls in the Unidome, and that was a lot of fun for our kids to be able to go up and play in such a fine facility. And this is a big night for Hassan Igram. Hassan set a record at Kennedy High School on this night with an 83-yard run from scrimmage. That's a new record. The old one was a 77-yard run. So we had a lot of success in this year running our little inside counter, and that worked very well for us this night too, and our offense really clicked on this night. Our receivers, I think, had one of their finest nights ever. I think Scotty O'Shea had a real great night of passing the football. found out and going up and playing on the turf that our kids that have some speed, and we have quite a number of kids that have excellent speed, it really paid off for us. Donnie Carr had a great night, I think, and talk about our receivers a little bit because we have some very good receivers. Scotty O'Shea did a great job at quarterback all year long for us until his injury, and just did a great job of running the offense. And Shane Brecky, Chad Henzoff, and Chris O'Shea did an excellent job for us at receiver, and along with our tight ends also. This was another ball game where our defense did an excellent job for us. They held Cedar Falls in check all night and limited them to very little yardage, and almost got the goose egg up there. We had a big lead early in the game and played an awful lot of people, and it was a very fun night for us in Cedar Falls. I really felt going into the Jefferson game that we were really starting to play some football like Kennedy teams in the past had played, especially with our defense. Our defense was becoming just very, very strong, and our offense was starting to click and put things together. Our kids really wanted to play Jefferson very bad this year after losing twice to them last year in very close contests both times, 13-12 in the playoffs, and a lot of these juniors, these senior kids who played as juniors really wanted it bad. And basically our goal was to go into this ball game, try to play better than we did the week before, and it ended up being a great night for us. We had a lot of big plays, played a lot of kids, and ended up scoring a 50-point victory, the first time ever in Kennedy history. In fact, it was a record for us. 56 points in a contest. That was a new record at Kennedy High School. Never before that many points been scored. That's just a tribute to our kids, their hard work, their attitudes, going on the field and getting the job done, taking care of the little things. Hassan Igram ended up playing very good football for us offensively. He was kind of a big play guy for us, and really came in and had some big plays. Really did a nice job. Going into the Regis game, I think the coaching staff was concerned all week about our preparation. We felt we tried to prepare as best we could, just like we did in the weeks before, but kids' focus wasn't quite there all week, and we'd warned them about that. I think a part of it was we felt that we were in the playoffs with 6 wins and thought that we could just go show up and beat Regis. But Regis was the ball club and improved tremendously as the season went on, and they were a heck of a tough foe at the end of the season. Charlie Schenberg had a very good night, and even though we played pretty good football, the score didn't come out in our favor. We held Regis to only 150 yards in offense, but constantly gave him excellent field position and made mistakes offensively. And that caused us to lose the ball game, and not only lose the ball game, but lose Scott O'Shea for the playoffs, and that was a tremendous loss for us. However, entering the playoffs, our kids were excited, and meeting adversity with losing their starting quarterback, one can't say enough about the efforts of Brad Kellogg. Brad came in and did an excellent job at quarterback. Very fine young man. He's a junior for us, so he'll be back in the year to come. And our defense just played tremendous football and holding Washington in check. Only gave up one big play. Shane Gladwin had a tremendous night of punting on this night. He punted the ball very well and put us in excellent field position all night. And if we can win the field position game, then we're going to win an awful lot of ball games that we play at Kennedy. We had some tremendous efforts by an awful lot of our athletes, and the tremendous support that they gave Brad Kellogg is just unbelievable, and it's very difficult to talk about and explain. But I think after the adversity of the Regis game, our kids came together even more and ended up playing some very good football in the playoff games that we're involved in, and really improved. And that was one key factor about this team as we improved every week. Traveling to Linn-Mar and playing up there in a contest where we had never defeated a Linn-Mar team at Linn-Mar before. We played some very tough ball games up there, but never had defeated them. And we were overcoming an awful lot of tradition as we went to Linn-Mar to play in the playoffs, the second round. But again, our kids played it very well, and Brad Kellogg did an excellent job again, and Jimmy Bassett ran the ball very hard, and our defense came up with some very big plays. And it was an excellent victory for us, and one of the biggest victories that I'd ever been involved in at Kennedy. The hype of the Washington game the week before was a big victory for us, and then to bounce back again and prepare ourselves to go up and play a good Linn-Mar team and come away with a victory. It says an awful lot for our program, our kids, and the tradition they're building at Kennedy High School. Again, our offensive line did an excellent job, and Jones and Piketty and Becker and Height and Thornton, and then throw our tight ends in there also that came off the ball block very well, and Gladwin and DeGroot just did an excellent job controlling the line of scrimmage. This was a night again where our defensive secondary really came on and played some football. We held Hubler, their quarterback, to 7 completions and 23 attempts, 1 interception for less than 100 yards. And anytime you can do that, because they've had some great quarterbacks at Linn-Mar, your secondary is doing a heck of a job. And again, Jason Humphrey, Shane Brecky, Greg Schwartzendruber, Hassan Igram, our linebackers, and Gladwin, Roberts, Morio just did a tremendous job on this night at Linn-Mar and came away with a big victory. And this entitled us to go down and have the opportunity to play City High once again. The first half at City High was one of the finest halves of defensive football any Kennedy team has ever played. We not only stopped Dwight, we held Gravinsky in check, held Andre in check. They really had very little success offensively in the first half. If we would have had any type of offense at all, I think the game would have been a totally different game. But I'm very, very proud of our effort that our kids put in the entire season, especially this afternoon ball game down at City High. The score, 35-0, does not indicate how good a football we played this day against City High, and may have been one of the closest games City High was involved in all year. To have the opportunity to play in 12 ball games and 1 high school football season is a tremendous privilege. It's a privilege that these kids earn because of their hard work and dedication. The time spent together in the weight room, the time spent together in the cornfield.
This is my first year on the Pond Squad and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Jamie O'Dell. This is my 3rd year on the squad and I'm a senior.
Hi, my name is Jay Glacier. This is my 3rd year on the Pond Squad and I'm a junior.
My name is Nikki Westfall. I'm a senior and I've been on the squad for 2 years.
My name is Megan Ross. I'm a senior. I've been on the squad for 3 years.
My name is Spring. I've been on the squad for 2 years. I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Susan. I'm a senior. I've been on the squad for 2 years.
I'm Carrie Mercer and I'm a senior and I've been on the squad 2nd year.
My name is Stacy Garwood. I'm in 12th grade and I've been on the squad for 4 years.
My name is Julie Knowlton and I'm a junior and I've been on the squad for 2 years.
My name is Katie Kahn. I'm a junior. I've been on the squad for 3 years. I'm Julie Nelson. I'm a junior and this is my 2nd year on the squad. I'm Stacey Benning. I'm a sophomore and this is my 1st year on the squad.
Hi, I'm Nikki Valaire. I'm a sophomore and this is my 1st year on the squad.
Hi, I'm Brooke Wade. This is my 1st year on the squad and I'm a sophomore.
Kennedy took the field looking to shake up the Regis Royals. And you've heard of the Belly Series, right, Bruce? Well, there you go.
It's Greg Schwarzenegger. I play corner and return kicks. And the thing I like most about football this year is probably what I'm going to miss the most, and that's my teammates and the camaraderie between us and the coaches and everybody being together. That's about it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Jim Thornton. I play offensive and defensive tackle. The thing I like most about this season is we're the first Kennedy football team to make to the semifinals.
Derek Roberts, fullback linebacker, and I enjoyed the team unity and all the great guys that are on the team.
My name's Scott O'Shea. Play quarterback. You know, just the biggest thrill that we got semifinals. You know, not really too satisfied, but just a great bunch of guys to end my season with.
Travis Johnson, play tailback and defensive end. I think the biggest thrill for me this year was to play with all my friends and just a team. We've more of a family here, and then I don't know. It's just a great feeling to play with these guys.
Hi, I'm Donnie Carr, and I played halfback and free safety. And I think about the best thing this season was us making it to the playoffs and getting rid of Limor on the way.
Hi, my name's Hassan Agram. I played cornerback and wide receiver. And the thing I remember most about the season is camaraderie and the memories I'm going to carry with me throughout my life.
I'm Chad Weber. I played nose guard, and the thing I liked best about the season was all the enthusiasm and all the team unity that we had. It was great.
Hi, my name is Brent Rickles. I played receiver and free safety. I think the best thing about the season was all the team unity and making it to the semifinals for the first time.
Hi, my name's Shane Brecky. I play receiver and free safety, and the most thing I'll remember this season is the team unity and that Kennedy got the farthest they ever had in school history.
Hi, my name's Rob Jones. I play offensive tackle and defensive tackle. The most thing that reminds me of the season was making it the farthest at Kennedy High School. It's the best team I've ever played with. I just hope I get to spend a lot more time with the guys, and the coaches were the best, and that's all I have to say.
My name's Ryan Poinier, and I play tackle on both sides of the ball. And the thing I enjoyed most about the season probably be spending all the time with the guys and doing something that's never been done at Kennedy High School before by reaching the semifinals and winning 2 playoff games.
I don't know, but House must have just rehearsed that. What'd you say? What?
Hi, my name is Jason Humphrey. I play strong safety. The thing I remember most about this year is my teammates and getting to the semifinals of football.
Hi, my name is Matt Princeton. I play nose guard, and I had fun this season being with all my friends, and I'm just glad we made it to the semifinals.
My name's Rod Hyde. I played offensive guard and defensive nose guard, and I guess the thing I remember most about this season is spending time with all the guys and make it to the semifinals.
Yeah. Jason DeGroot. I played tight end and defensive end. Best thing about the season was doing the hokey pokey after the Waller game next to Coach Knock.
I'm Brad Kellogg. I played quarterback, and best thing about the season was playing football with these seniors. They're a great bunch of guys. Thanks.
Jimmy Bassett, play tailback. And the best thing about the year was that we had fun.
My name is Chris Brown, wide receiver. And the greatest thing about this team is that we're one big family.
Paul Cook, offensive guard, defensive tackle. Best thing about this year was being able to play with the senior class. Thank you.
Hey, man.
Tonight in the fall, that means some football games.
Yeah, early start for the second week of high school football. Week number 2 of the high school football season beginning tonight in Cedar Rapids, where Kennedy tries to bounce back from the City High loss, and Washington tries to build a 2-0 start. The highlights from Kingston: Wash up 3-0 in the first. Kennedy strikes back. Scott O'Shea on the run to Shane Gladwin, 20-yard touchdown. Cougars up 7-3. Second quarter, Washington's Aaron Burrell caps a scoring drive with the plunge from a yard out. Wash up 10-7, but Kennedy grabs the halftime lead thanks to Travis Johnson off the toss, running hard on the left side. 10-yard score, 14-10 JFK at the half. Kennedy adds another one in the third. Scott O'Shea to his brother Chris. Nice hookup, 6-yard touchdown. Kennedy up 20-10, and the Cougars win it 32-10 the final tonight. 2 more teams with even records entering the night try to pick up a second win of the season. Kennedy and Iowa City West at Bates Field tonight. Second quarter, Kennedy kicker Ryan Ray with a 35-yard field goal to make it 10-7 Cougars at the half. But West's Rob Rogers opens the third quarter with a nifty pass play to Josh Lawler covering 70 yards, setting up a touchdown at the 5-yard line. Mariano Center would later take it in, making it 14-10 West. But now Kennedy has come back to lead that one late in the fourth. 17-14 Kennedy leading West in the fourth. Another football weekend kicks off tonight here at Kingston. A good one as Kennedy hosts Linn-Mar in the Cougar homecoming game. Linn-Mar will try to shake off a 54-0 loss last week against Iowa City High. The Lions are 2-1, and so is Cedar Rapids Kennedy heading into the game. Coach Don Knock knows the Lions will be eager to bounce back from last weekend's big loss.
Factor than personnel or anything else. You know, anytime you get beat, I think you're more focused in that week in practice, and intensity level picks up a notch. And then when you have to go out and play a rival, you know, I think that adds to it. So I think the concern would be that focus and that intensity coming off getting beat.
So it should be an interesting game tonight. Linn-Mar led by quarterback Jamie Hubler in a steady running game. Kennedy got 188 yards from their running back Travis Johnson last week.
Perfect night for some football.
Yeah, we were out at Kingston earlier. Just beautiful. And two top-notch programs. Great rivalry. Homecoming night. It all comes together this evening at Cedar Rapids Kingston Stadium. Kennedy hosting Linn-Mar. And it is homecoming for the Cougars tonight. Good crowd on hand. Each team 2-1 early in this season. First play of the game, though, it doesn't start well for Kennedy. Scott O'Shea fumbles. Linn-Mar's Matt Pelusi recovers at the Cougar 31. Linn-Mar takes advantage. Jamie Hubler, 4 yards to Chad Pick. 7-0. Linn-Mar leads it. Later, as Coach Greg Purnell helps out, Linn-Mar leads 14-0. Kennedy, though, comes back. Derek Roberts galloping 25 yards, coming right at you. 14-10. Linn-Mar's lead on Kennedy at the half. Late in the tonight, an important Mississippi Division game. 2-2 Kennedy hosting 3-1 Waterloo East. Kennedy coach Don Knock looking for some offense, but didn't see much early. Cougar quarterback Scott O'Shea looks for Jason DeGroat, who tips the ball. East's DeAndre Jones is there for the interception. Nice return. Good speed, gets to the outside and returns it close to midfield. Cougars would get on the board before the half. Eric Speth with the 25-yard field goal. It is good. 3-0 Kennedy. Cougars got the running game going in the second half. Jimmy Bassett with a nice gainer. Breaks some tackles. And later it's Bassett again. 7 plays later, in fact, for the 1-yard TD. The Cougars go on to win it 30-0. Scott, thanks. Cedar Rapids Kennedy tonight needed another win to stay in position for the division's second playoff spot. Coach Knock and the Cougars rolling early. Scott O'Shea looks up top to Shane Brecky. He dives into the end zone for the 32-yard score. Cougars up 7-0. Next possession for Kennedy. This time O'Shea will keep it on the option. Scampers 33 yards. It's another Kennedy touchdown. And before you knew it, Cougars up by 14. Next time the defense does the job, Shane Gladwin will come up with the interception. Go down the far sideline, 22 yards on the score. 21-0 in the first quarter. Cougars defeat Jefferson 56-6. The game was stopped in the third quarter. You see a cold night at Kingston. Cedar Rapids Kennedy had a great shot at the playoffs, win or lose, but a victory over Regis would make it official for the Cougars tonight. Second quarter, scoreless game. Regis is Damon Franklin to Eric Haushold. Touchdown, right? No. Called back because of a penalty, and the coach can't believe it. Just 3 points scored in this first half, and they come here off the toe of Eric Rauschkolb of Kennedy. 3-0 Cougars at the half. Regis back in the third quarter, though. It's Franklin to Haushold again. This time it counts. to make it 7-3 Regis, and Regis pulls the upset tonight, 13-3. Kennedy will need a little bit of help to get into the postseason.
Mike Kennedy playing without their starting quarterback tonight, and I didn't think there was any way they could beat Washington. Boy, was I wrong. Let's check out the highlights. Kennedy starting quarterback Scott O'Shea on crutches. So Brad Kellogg made his first start for the Cougars. First play of the game, going deep for Shane Brecken. He's got him for the touchdown, 53 yards. Wash answered Jeff Shaw in trouble, takes off and turns the corner. And where is everyone? Look at him go. Only one man can catch him. Is he going to get there? No. 72 yards to tie the game at 7. And this game was a game of big plays. Check out the run by Donnie Carr. Gets outside, cuts it back, breaks the tackle, and look at him go straight across the field. 53 yards to give the Cougars a 14-7 lead. The fans going bonkers, and Kennedy blew this game open in the third. Kellogg airs one out for Shane Gladwin, and he makes an amazing...
Games we're playing for the right to play City High on Saturday in a semifinal game. Let's go to the highlights. We'll check out, see how they did. Most popular place to be tonight was in front of the Ready Heater. It was cold out there. Scoreless first period. We go to the second, where Kennedy's Jimmy Bassett gave the Cougars a 7-point lead, plowing in from the 5, and they loved it on the sideline. But Linmar answered. Matt Pelusi dives over from a yard out, nodding the score. It's 7 apiece. And it was going to be a tough ball game for Greg Purnell and his guys. Cougars driving late in the half. Jamie Sands stuffs Derek Roberts on 4th and 1 from the Linmar 10. Drive stalls. We go to the half, still tied up. But in the third, the Kennedy drive didn't stall. Oh, no. Hassan Igram comes around with the ball on the double reverse, and nobody's going to touch him. Igram rambles 55 yards for the 14-7 Cougar lead, and that's how it ended. 14-7 the final. The celebration was on from the sidelines. And Mike, Cedar Rapids Kennedy will play City High on Saturday. We don't know the site yet, but it'll be for the right to go to the 4A championship.
That game, the Cougars had to play without their starting quarterback, Scott O'Shea. They had Brad Kellogg in, and on the first play from scrimmage, he's going to loft one for wide receiver Shane Brecky. He is there all alone, and yes, O'Shea likes it. It was 7-0 Cougars on top, but Wash would answer right back. Quarterback Jeff Shaw, yeah, he has the football, and watch him jig and jag and juke and deke and duke, and he will go all the way in as he runs downfield for the touchdown. That knotted the game up at 7 apiece. Now we're going to get you right before the end of the half. The Cougars are leading 14-10. In fact, there are 16 seconds left. Derek Roberts with the ball gets a big block from Nick Morlow and then gets in for the score. 21-10 at halftime. Cougars go on to win the game 27-10. So looking at the 4A scoreboard, City High advances, Linmar advances, and Cedar Rapids, Washington all advance.